The Energy Information Administration has estimated that 3.8 billion megawatt hours were supplied to our homes and businesses in 2005. In 2006 and 2007, the demand for electricity was at record levels, and the demand in 2008 continued to increase. In fact, the U.S. Energy Information Administration says that in the next 25 years, the requirements for electrical power will increase by 40%, while the supply of electricity will only increase by 6%. The challenge for utility companies is that it takes a significant amount of time and money to increase the supply of electricity. Now that's a problem for the utility companies as well as for the consumers, because the cost of electricity is certain to increase along with the demand. Unless someone can come up with a solution to address the problem, it is possible that we will begin to see brownouts and blackouts in some of the cities around the country, in spite of the record utility rates. An important detail to consider is that a great deal of our energy is unintentionally wasted. The New York Times reports 66% of the energy produced for electricity is lost. 10% of that in transmission, costing the power companies and consumers money. As consumers, we can make a real difference and help reduce the waste of electricity by investing in technologies that make our homes and businesses more energy efficient. One way to increase the performance of the electrical circuits in our homes and businesses is to improve the power factor rating of our electrical systems, making our appliance and equipment run more efficiently. If you significantly improve the power factor, which, for example, might be rated at 70%, you will improve the power distribution and reduce operational costs. As a result of improving your power factor, you will be taking an active role in the management of your energy consumption and have the peace of mind that comes with knowing that you are helping address the energy crisis by reducing the utility bills, reducing the strain on the utility grid, and helping the environment by reducing the amount of fossil fuel for energy production. Now, I know you're asking, what is power factor? Well, power factor is a measure of how efficiently energy is used in your home or business. In other words, power factor is the percentage of electricity you're able to use. For example, 70%, compared to the amount of electricity being supplied by the utility company at 100%. In order to determine the power factor, we'll take the total amount of electricity supplied to us and subtract the amount of electricity we are actually able to use for productive work in our homes and businesses. The amount of electricity productively used comes out to a percentage or power factor, and the difference is the amount of usable electricity that we are required to pay for. And yet we're not able to put into productive use. So from the amount of electricity the utility company supplies us, we are only able to use a certain percentage. Again, this usable percentage equates to our power factor rating. Now let's break this down. First, there's the electricity being supplied by the utility company. And second, we have the combined use of all the devices and appliances in our home and business that demand electricity. This demand is equal to the total amount of electricity required by your home or business to operate. Now, what happens to the electricity that you are not able to use? Well, that's a good question. Let's put it this way. Because the motors and appliances do not always operate at maximum efficiency, there is electricity that is consumed that is non-productive. The consumption of non-productive energy is commonly referred to as wasted energy, and to engineers is also known as reactive energy. The more reactive energy we use, the more inefficient the motors and appliances are operating, and the higher the units of measure known as kVAR. That is not a good thing. So what if we could use 90% of the electricity supplied to us for productive use instead of 70%? This would mean improving the efficiency or power factor in your home or business by approximately 28%. Now that would be a good thing for you and the power company. Remember, the more efficient your home or business is, the lower the cost to the utility company to build the electrical distribution system used to supply your home or business with electricity, which should result in lower rates for everyone. A home or business with a poor power factor requires additional power generation from the utility company, and thus it costs the utility company more to build and to maintain. And in the end, these additional costs could be passed down to you. Now let's talk about how we can improve the power factor in your home or business by the use of technology. The all-new XPS energy management systems are designed to address the needs of consumers and utility companies alike, while at the same time helping to address environmental concerns that many people believe have become a national priority. These specifically designed systems are an easy way for you to reduce the consumption of electricity and reduce the amount of your electric bill. In the U.S. at the present time, utility companies are making the transition from the old-fashioned kind of kilowatt meters to the new devices known as smart meters or kVA meters. The XPS system is ideal for homes or businesses using kVA or demand meters. Most commercial facilities already use kVA or demand meters. Utility companies have begun to install kVA meters in homes all across the country because of their need to monitor the amount of energy used on a real-time basis. The kilowatt meter changeover to kVA meters also allows the utility companies to save more energy each month as they become better able to monitor waste from each location. By using the XPS system, you can become part of the solution and help address the national challenge to improve the environment by reducing your carbon footprint. Now let me explain the benefits you will receive when you use the XPS energy management system. It stabilizes the supply voltage and reduces the kilovolt amps in your electrical system. To help prove this point, Excedia offers a demonstration kit that will help anyone explain the benefits of using the XPS. Now, I explained earlier the importance of the power factor rating. A licensed electrician using a standard power factor meter can actually test the power factor and kilovolt amps before turning on the XPS, and then after the XPS being turned on, to show the reduction in the reactive energy and increase the power factor rating. The XPS 208 three-phase system is ideal for 208 or 240 volt commercial applications. The performance test for the XPS 208 commercial unit shows a power factor improvement of 28.5% and a kVA reduction of 22.9%. The reactive energy level was reduced by 82%. Each XPS energy management system has been tested and approved by ETL and Underwriter Laboratories for safety. The XPS systems have been performance tested by a Power Quality Testing and Engineering Laboratory, licensed by the state of Texas for professional engineering. There's no maintenance required. The XPS comes with a 3 to 6 month money-back guarantee along with a limited warranty.